You improve faster through consistent review, not by watching one more video, not by forcing confidence, not by pretending you're fearless. Improvement comes when you look back with honesty and then adjust. You're not broken, your system is reacting. After a loss, your brain tries to protect you. It remembers pain louder than process. So you either hesitate, or you chase, or you overtrade. That isn't weakness. That's an untrained feedback loop. Most traders stay stuck because they don't review, they relive. They replay the moment they clicked buy, they argue with the chart, they punish themselves with should have. But memory is emotional and selective. Without review, you keep learning the wrong lesson, and you repeat the same mistake with a new disguise. So here's the promise: a 5-step weekly review that makes you improve faster. Not a complicated journal, not a full-day audit, a short ritual that turns trades into data, mistakes into a plan, and next week into one clear focus. Do it once a week, and your progress stops being a guess. The steps are simple: tag your trades, pull your stats, name the mistake, pick one fix, and choose next week's focus. That's it. We'll go step by step, calmly. If you've been feeling like you're working hard but not moving, this is the missing piece. Within 2 reviews, you'll start noticing patterns you couldn't see in the moment. You'll stop guessing why a week went bad. You'll have evidence. So let's review like a scientist, not a gambler, and build the next week on purpose. The brain learns through feedback loops, not through intentions. Intentions are emotional statements about what you hope will happen. A loop is a repeatable sequence that produces a measurable result. When you run a loop, you collect outcomes, compare them to your target, and update the next attempt. That is learning. Without that loop, effort becomes noise. You can promise patience all week and still repeat the same impulse because nothing in your system changed. Weekly review closes the loop, giving your brain clear signals what to repeat and change. Trading psychology makes review even more necessary because emotion bends memory. After a win, you remember brilliance and forget easy conditions. After a loss, you remember danger and forget your plan. The mind edits the past to protect you from regret, but that editing hides patterns. Review restores reality. It replaces a dramatic story with a quiet record, tags, numbers, and notes. Then the question changes. Instead of "what's wrong with me?" you ask a cleaner question that points to behavior, context, and cause. Under what conditions did I break my rules, and what worked when I followed them fully? This is also an identity practice and a career skill. Professionals do not rely on motivation as the engine. They build systems that work when motivation fades. A weekly review is one of those systems. It trains you to separate performance from self-worth and data from mood. You learn to look at your week without self-attack and without self-congratulation. Over time, you become the kind of person who can observe, adjust, and repeat. That is career adaptability. The market changes, your life changes, your strategy evolves, but the review stays. It keeps you learning in public, in private, anywhere. The speed comes from compounding. Small weekly corrections don't look impressive in a single day, but they stack. One tagged mistake becomes one tested fix. One tested fix becomes one updated rule. Over months, you stop repeating the same error in different costumes. Your confidence gets quieter because it is built on proof. The review tightens your feedback loop, and tighter loops create faster learning with less emotional waste. Each week you remove friction, fewer impulsive entries, fewer revenge trades, quicker recovery after mistakes, clearer focus before Monday opens again. Set expectations. Review is calm, not dramatic. You are not here to punish yourself or celebrate yourself. You measure, notice, and choose one improvement. You don't need more discipline. You need a better loop. Now here's the 5-step loop. Honest weekly. Step 1 is to tag your trades. You are not judging them yet. You are classifying them. Give every trade a small set of labels you will reuse every week. Start with what matters: setup type, time frame, session, and whether you followed your entry and exit rules. Add one emotional tag that describes your state, not your story: calm, rushed, hesitant, revenge, bored. Keep tags short and consistent. The goal is not detail, it is search. When you tag consistently, your week stops being a blur. You can later ask, which tags lead to my best decisions? Miss a tag? Leave it blank and move on. Step 2 is to pull your stats. This is where you stop debating feelings and start reading reality. You do not need a complicated dashboard. You need a few numbers that describe your behavior. Record total trades, win rate, average win, average loss, and net result for the week. Then add 2 process numbers: how many trades followed your plan and how many were rule breaks. If you can, separate results by a key tag, like setup or session, so patterns show up fast. Do not use stats to praise or punish. Use them to locate leverage. One question guides this step: where did I make money and where did I leak it? Write the numbers in the same place weekly. Circle one metric that surprised you. If net is negative but rule following is high, it's a strategy question. If rule breaks are high, it's mostly a behavior question. Step 3 is to name the mistakes without shame. This is the emotional center of the review. You look for repeated rule breaks and repeated weak decisions, and you describe them in plain language. Not "I'm undisciplined." Say, "I entered before my trigger," or "I moved my stop," or "I added size after a loss." Keep it specific, observable, and tied to context. Use your tags to see when it happens: certain sessions, certain setups, certain moods. Then write the cost. What did this mistake do to your week? Money, focus, or confidence? The point is clarity, not punishment. You are separating behavior from identity, so you can change behavior cleanly. One sentence is enough per pattern. If you feel heat, pause, breathe, return to facts. This step is designed so you can't hide from the numbers, but you can't attack yourself. Step 4 is to choose one fix to test. A fix is not a vow. It is a small change you can run in the next week and measure. Pick the biggest mistake from step 3, then decide one clear rule or constraint that prevents it. If you entered early, the fix might be a mandatory checklist before entry. If you moved stops, the fix might be a hard rule: no stop adjustments, except at predefined levels. Keep the fix simple enough that you can execute it even on a busy day. Write it as a single sentence, starting with "next week, I will," then define what success looks like in numbers: fewer rule breaks, fewer impulsive trades, or higher plan follow rate. You are not trying to be perfect. You are running a test. 1 week is enough to learn. Step 5 is to set next week's single focus. This is how you turn review into direction. Choose one focus that matches your fix and keep it narrow. Not trade better. Something like protect entries with my checklist, or take only A setups, or no trades after 2 losses. Write it where you will see it. Then decide one boundary for the week: your max trades per day, your stop time, or your required conditions. Your focus is the lens you use to filter opportunities. It reduces noise, lowers decision fatigue, and makes improvement visible. At the end of next week, you will not ask if you improved. You will check one thing: did I follow my focus? Let's make it real. Here's what a weekly review looks like in practice. Here's a simple weekly review example you can copy. It's Sunday evening, same time every week, with no charts open at first. The rule is calm and short: 1 hour maximum, 1 notebook or 1 sheet, and no self-judgment language. You are not here to prove you're talented. You are here to collect evidence and decide one adjustment. If you feel emotional, you slow down, not quit. The review is a routine, not a mood. Now the tagging. You open your trade list and add the same small tags to each trade. For setup, breakout, pullback, reversal. For session, London, New York, late. For execution, plan followed or rule break. Then one state tag: calm, rushed, hesitant, revenge. You notice something immediately. Most of your best trades are pullback plus New York plus plan, followed plus calm. Most of your worst trades are breakout plus late plus rule break plus rushed. That's why tags matter. They turn this week felt messy into a clear map of conditions. Then the stats snapshot. Total trades, 18. Win rate, 44%. Average win, 1.6R. Average loss, 1.1R. Net, slightly negative. But the first thing you notice is not the net. You notice plan follow rate. 11 of 18 trades followed the plan. The 7 rule breaks carry most of the damage. You also notice session distribution. Late session trades are responsible for most of the losses, and the New York session is near break-even despite fewer trades. That shifts your thinking. This is not a strategy is broken week. This is a behavior leaks profit week. Now mistake to fix. The repeated pattern is clear: late session, rushed entries, and adding one extra trade after a loss. The mistake is stated plainly: after a losing trade, I tried to win it back in the late session. You write the cost. It created 3 unnecessary losses and made you hesitant the next day. Then you design a test, not a promise. The fix is one constraint. Next week, after 2 losses in a day, I stop trading. You add a second support rule that makes it executable. If I feel rushed, I must wait for a full candle close before entry. You define success with a number. Rule break trades must drop from 7 to 3 or fewer. That's the whole point. You're not fixing your personality. You're tightening your loop. Now the next week focus statement. One sentence. This week I protect my decision-making by stopping after 2 losses and taking only plan follow trades in the New York session. That sentence becomes your filter. It tells you what to ignore. It tells you what to repeat. Notice how the review doesn't ask, "How do I feel?" First, it asks, "What happened?" Now let's compress the whole method into something you can remember in one breath. Let's recap the method in a clean sequence. Step 1. Tag your trades, so the week becomes searchable instead of blurry. Step 2. Pull your stats, so reality speaks louder than emotion. Step 3. Name the mistakes without shame, in plain behavioral language, so you can change what's actually happening. Step 4. Choose one fix to test, small enough to execute, and clear enough to measure. Step 5. Set next week's single focus, one sentence that filters decisions and makes improvement visible. Same order. Every week, no improvising. Your job is not to feel confident. Your job is to run the loop. The real win is not a perfect week. The real win is clarity. Clarity replaces noise. Instead of carrying a vague frustration, you carry specific information. You stop saying, "I don't know why I keep doing this." You start saying, "This is the condition that triggers it, and this is the rule that prevents it." That shift is quieter than motivation, but stronger. When clarity leads, you spend less energy fighting yourself and more energy refining your process. This is what self-improvement looks like in the real world. Not intensity. Not dramatic transformations. Consistency. A small weekly ritual that you can keep even when life is busy, even when results are mixed, even when confidence is low. The review trains you to show up as an observer, not a critic. Over time, you build trust with yourself because your actions match your intentions. You stop depending on willpower because you have a system that catches you before you fall into old patterns. And this skill transfers beyond trading. Career adaptability is the ability to learn, adjust, and stay useful as conditions change. Markets shift, industries shift, your role shifts. A review habit teaches you how to evaluate performance without ego, how to find patterns, and how to design small experiments. That is a professional skill, not just a trading tool. You don't rise to your goals. You return to your review. If you want, I'll help you build this habit starting this week. Comment review if you want to start this weekly ritual. Just that one word. It's a simple commitment to stop guessing and start learning. What you'll get from doing this every week is not magic. It's traction. You'll feel calmer because the process is clear, and clarity lowers pressure. Even a bad week becomes useful because it produces data you can work with, not drama. You'll see patterns instead of confusion. You'll know which setups, sessions, and behaviors pay you. You'll catch rule breaks early, before they become your identity. You'll build quieter confidence, the kind that comes from evidence. And you'll improve faster. Here's one tiny instruction to start today. Pick a fixed review time and write 5 lines on a page. Line 1. The tags you will use. Line 2. The stats you will record. Line 3. The one mistake you will name without shame. Line 4. The one fix you will test next week. Line 5. Your single focus sentence. That's all you need to begin. Keep the page near your desk so the review feels like a return, not a restart. You're not chasing a mood, you're building a system. Some weeks will feel smooth, some weeks will feel heavy, but the review stays steady. One word in the comments equals one promise to your future self. Next week, you won't wonder if you improved. You'll know.